flew into Hanoi to start out my travels in Vietnam, and I spent a few days in this massive city, mostly just walking around and seeing the sights. I was actually here in February of 2019, around the same time of the North Korea-United States Hanoi Summit. This was when US President Donald Trump and Supreme Leader of North Korea Kim Jong-un were here for a meeting. And yeah, I definitely regret not getting one of those t-shirts I saw in the street. Anyways though, I'll go ahead and pull up the map just to show you exactly where Hanoi is. It's the capital of Vietnam and the second largest city in the country with an estimated population of 7.7 million people. This video is going to show some footage that I shot while I was there, and I'll add in some voiceover audio just to narrate it a little bit. I have cut out a lot of the footage, so it's going to jump around quite a bit, but the things that I have included in here are things that I found very interesting to me, at least from the perspective of my very Western eyes. So as you can see, Hanoi is a very busy and bustling city. Traffic is extremely congested at just about every time of day in this city. There are traffic lights in Hanoi, but many motorists disobey them. In fact, traffic accidents are the biggest single cause of death in Vietnam, mostly due to inadequate law enforcement, poor driving skills, and bad street conditions. So yeah, I was really careful when I was walking around the streets here. And speaking of walking the streets a lot of times are also the sidewalk. People will park their motorbikes on the sidewalk or even run their business on the sidewalk. So there's actually nowhere to walk except for in the street. And that's kind of just the way it is here. So as you've probably noticed, there's definitely way more motorbikes than cars on the road, but I found that they will swerve around you when you're in the street, hopefully. I found it amazing to see just how much stuff people load and balance on a motorbike here. It's really quite impressive to witness in person, and I'm sure a lot of businesses in Hanoi depend on getting goods delivered in this manner. Unfortunately, I also saw a lot of people riding motorbikes without helmets. Even children and sometimes entire families riding one motorbike together with no helmet.
There goes another kid on a bike, no helmet. Look, there's another one down here, a whole family.
The style of helmet that I found to be most popular here is the baseball hat style of helmet that's probably not going to protect you that well anyways, but it's probably better than nothing. Just as an example, I rented a motorbike in a more remote part of Vietnam that came with one of these style of helmets. This is Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. It serves as the resting place of Vietnamese revolutionary leader and President Ho Chi Minh. What I found really interesting is that the embalmed body of President Ho Chi Minh is on display in a glass case here. He's actually one of only 6 world leaders whose bodies are on display. There's a lot of really beautiful parks in Hanoi as well. This is Lake Ho Bay Mao and Thong Nhat Park, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not though. This park has swan boats, even a roller coaster. Unfortunately, it wasn't in operation when I was there. But anyways, back to the streets, and here's something that I found kind of odd. It's a dentist office with a large window so you can get your teeth worked on, while people walking down the street can watch you as this happens. Yeah, pretty odd, right? Also, here's an opium pipe, which is something that I saw several people openly smoking on the streets here. But I do want to note that drugs in Vietnam are very much illegal, and penalties for possession can be strict depending on the quantity and what type of substance you're caught with, so don't be an idiot if you're planning to go here.
It's pretty good.
So I really like the food in Vietnam. I ate a lot of pho, which is like a Vietnamese noodle soup, usually with beef. I also ate many banh mi sandwiches, which contain a variety of meats, vegetables, and condiments. Also ate a lot of Vietnamese fried bananas, which were amazing. I'm not really a big foodie, but I will try anything. I literally ate a bowl of sauteed bugs when I was in Thailand, and it was actually pretty good. I also went to Circle K a lot. I would say Thailand is to 7-Eleven as Circle K is to Vietnam. And if you've been to either of those countries, then you'll know what I mean. These are stores that you can find safe bottled water and packaged or mass-produced food. Speaking of which, my favorite candy bar that I found in Vietnam was this Munch Nuts bar, which pretty cool name, right? And my least favorite one that I tried was the green tea flavored Kit Kat bar. Yeah, that's a real thing. I also got food at a lot of night markets in Vietnam. The one in Hanoi was insanely crowded. It actually stopped traffic.
Markets in Hanoi are a bit crazy. Like they just park the bikes right on the sidewalk. It's like yeah, of course there's a jam. There's all these bikes right here blocking the sidewalk. Zoveel van die dingetjes.
Hopefully this video gave you a hint of what it's like to be in Hanoi, and that's going to wrap it up for this one. We'll see you next time.